What if a monster from the age of dinosaurs suddenly appeared in our oceans today? Not a full-grown beast, but a newborn, lost in time. 66 million years after its kind vanished, a Hoffmann's Mosasaur calf arrives in Monterey Bay, just 2.8 meters long, an infant in a world it was never meant to see. First challenge? Breathe. As a marine reptile with lungs, instinct drives it upward. It has minutes before its fragile lungs fail. It breaks through, gulps modern air, but something is wrong. Oxygen levels are lower than its genetic memory remembers. The cold Pacific saps its heat. This world is wrong. There's no time for confusion. It's starving. If it doesn't find high-energy prey soon, these waters will exhaust it to death. The kelp forest teems with fish it's never seen. Several attacks fail. It underestimates their speed. Stomach acid burns its insides. Less than 6 hours remain. Then, it sinks into the mud, waits, swings its thick tail, lunges. Backward curved conical teeth lock onto flesh. Swallowing that first mouthful of warm blood, it learns the first rule of this sea. Only by killing do you survive. But blood attracts attention. 5 transient orcas, each 7 to 9 meters long. The leader, a female with a brutal cross-shaped scar on her right eye patch. The bay's true top predator. In their eyes, this calf is just a moving energy pack. At her signal, they attack. 2 young males ram its side, ribs crack, air crushes from its lungs. Another orca bites its tail stalk, its only power source. Excruciating pain. It plunges into the underwater canyon, wedging into a narrow rock crevice. Heart rate drops to near zero. Icy hibernation, lungs tearing, vision blacking out. Not until the vibrations of their low-frequency calls disappear completely. Only then, it surfaces. One suffocating breath. 6 months of survival, hiding in mud and sand, eating passing crabs, shell and all. Extreme scarcity slows its growth. But each battle heals into something harder. A dark, resilient armor covers its body. At 3.5 meters, it dares to slip out again. It collides with a shark over 2 meters long. The shark charges, but ancient genes ignite. Instead of fleeing, the Mosasaur attacks. Flexible neck twists, jaws lock on the shark's pectoral fin. A violent roll. The shark flees, wounded. Swallowing shark meat, the Mosasaur learns its second truth. When size is equal, its bloodline is invincible. At 4 meters, arrogance costs everything. It attacks 5 dolphins traveling together. It misses, instantly surrounded. 3 dolphins ram from its blind spot. Ribs crack again. It can't touch them, they're too fast. Only by diving hundreds of meters does it escape. The lesson? Never provoke a pack. But deep water offers new prey, a giant squid. It strikes from shadows. Jaws lock on a tentacle. The squid coils around its head, suckers and serrated teeth tearing skin. Black ink blinds it. Oxygen depletes, but it doesn't let go. Powerful teeth cut through tentacle core until the prey stops. Highly nutritious soft flesh triggers explosive growth. At 7 meters, it makes a crazy decision. Hunt a humpback calf. The mother is lured away by sea lions, only 20 seconds of opening. It leaps from the abyss, bites down hard on the calf's throat. Carotid artery tears in seconds. 10 seconds later, the mother's tail sends it flying. Ribs shatter. But the mother, mourning, eventually leaves, and the Mosasaur feeds. At 10 meters, it becomes the absolute nightmare of great whites. Slithering against canyon walls. Its low profile makes the shark's lateral line useless. By the time the shark detects its bioelectric field, the abyssal jaws have already sealed all escape routes. Terrifying bite force severs a 4-meter adult great white in half. At this moment, it has reached the top of the modern food chain, except for one pond. Year 10, final growth complete. 15 meters, 22 tons. White scratches from a decade of war cover its body. Dark, heavy armor, nearly indestructible. The only fully grown monster in this ocean. Then, a familiar sound. Sharp, low frequency, piercing straight to its ancient brain. The same 5 orcas, the cross-shaped scar still ferocious on the leader's eye patch. Enemies reunited. The Mosasaur charges like a black torpedo. The orcas scatter perfectly, avoiding its fatal strike. But its flexible spine allows a violent turn in open water. Abyssal jaws clamp down on the last orca. A deadly spur on the upper jaw pierces deep into muscle, into the spine. A relentless, deadly roll, bone cracks. The 6-ton orca doesn't even scream. Its chest rips apart. Flesh and blood explode into the sea. The death of their companion triggers something. The pod switches to hunting mode. No more direct confrontation. Now they become 4 underwater scalpels. 2 orcas use absolute speed to slice into its blind spots. Conical teeth bury into its side. Violent tearing, chunks of flesh and armor rip away. The Mosasaur swings its massive body, collides with nothing but water. These killers are too intelligent. They never get greedy. Every attack hits a fin, a limb, the core power units. Stamina depletes. Anaerobic combat floods its body with lactic acid. It needs air. It must surface. As it desperately charges toward the surface, 2 orcas slam into its broken ribs, forcefully disrupting its ascent. The others tear at its chest, its belly, its tail, dragging it down, drowning it. Highly intelligent, perfectly coordinated, determined to drown this 22-ton ancient behemoth in the deep sea, where it should have reigned. Its lungs collapse. Suffocation rips through its body. Consciousness fades, but in its final moments, it drains the last drop of life from its body. It abandons all defense, and turns. Jaws lock onto the scarred leader's throat with deadly precision. It stops trying to surface. It lowers its fins. With death-wish grip, it holds the thrashing leader tight, plummeting toward the abyss, 3,000 meters down. Deep-sea pressure crushes the orca's ribs. Teeth-grinding cracks echo through the dark. The Mosasaur releases one last string of bubbles. Then, nothing. The surface settles. Only thick, snowy blood remains. 3 orcas survive, bodies covered in lacerations. They annihilated the ancient overlord through perfect tactics. But the cost? Their leader, their companion, their bodies never found. No true winners in this bloody war. And the Hoffmann's Mosasaur? It defended the last dignity of its bloodline, in the most tragic way possible. Above the sea, a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier patrols the Pacific. Radar operators watch the powerful echo signal representing the giant creature plummet toward the canyon abyss until extinction.